Hi guys, how we doing? This is going to be a pretty informal unboxing video of the new Wahoo Element Bolt GPS cycling computer. Now, I'm really actually excited because I unfortunately have been without a computer for a long time because of the fact that my Garmin Edge 1000, as some of you may know that follow my main channel, decided to take a little spill off my bike. I'd say about 3 months ago. So ever since then, I have been riding without a computer, and it's the longest time I've ridden without a computer for such a long time. And I'd say actually for a few years. The Element Bolt came out, I want to say, a month ago, and it's really gotten quite the stir among a lot of cyclists now. I've used a lot of products before. I've used the Garmin 250 when it came out. I used the Garmin Edge 520 after that, and then moved up to the 1000, and then I've used just really a lot of garbage computers that are like, you know, just basic wireless computers that just go on your stem. They're not really like geared to do more than just track your miles and your average speed, so on. You guys get it. So when I saw this, really, I mean, I know that there's a lot that goes into computers. I don't use a power meter. For those of you who don't know, I ride a Giant TCR Advanced SL, and then I also have a Giant Defy as well, and I have a single speed. So I don't really, right now at least, I don't have really a use for a power meter I should say. But I really wanted to give this a shot because I was a huge fan of the Edge 520 when I did use it, and this is somewhat similar to it with a way lower price tag to it. So I ended up picking up the new Wahoo Element Bolt for, I want to say it was with tax, was around $265, and the Garmin Edge, I think all said and done, was like $399. So with the features that this has to it, that's the deal breaker here. So works with Strava, it's Bluetooth, and it actually comes with 2 mounts in this. So if you guys see right here, it'll come with like kind of a barfly setup that I already have. My GoPro actually goes right here, and I have a K-Edge mount, which I can put my GoPro right here, and then have this kind of swing out in front. Now, from my understanding, the Wahoo Element actually comes with something that's similar, so I'm gonna have to find some way to kind of maneuver that around. Maybe I can put it around on the other side, but features on this though, I mean, it's gonna obviously track your miles, time of day, miles you've actually done, your trip, pretty much everything that goes into riding, pretty much without power meter. So I'm really stoked about it. It also comes with like a maps tool, I should say, to it, and then text, emails, phone alerts, which I'll probably turn off because I hate riding with that. I hate always like having notifications pop up. It just kind of takes away from the ride. So I like what they did here with, I mean, the boxing is pretty cool. Very simple. I want to say it's a lot smaller than the actual Garmin Edge 520. It feels a lot smaller at least, but pretty much the same in my opinion, but maybe a tiny bit smaller. Does weigh, I'd say, a little bit less than the Garmin, so that's always a plus too. So let's take the wrapping off right here. So obviously right here is the charging port, so it's gonna charge USB, which is really nice and convenient. I mean, in this day and age, every cycling computer should actually have a USB charging slot, so that'll go in right there. Powering it on should be pretty simple too, for the most part. One of these buttons is gonna do it. It's probably on the side. So power on is gonna be on the side, so. Power up screen right there. It's pretty much just all about setting up your, you know, what you want on your actual screen, you know, whether you want, you know, your miles to be here, how fast you're going to be there. It's pretty much the same thing from what my understanding of what Garmin does as well. So that's also pretty cool. Scan using companion app. Looks like I have to do this. Alrighty guys, so I'm about to head out on my first ride here, and I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like when it's all powered up and everything. I did let it charge overnight. So as you can see, it actually powers on right here, and it's really cool because I paired this with my iPhone. You can actually just scan this right in, and it'll pair with the Wahoo Element app. So you guys will see right here that you just hit Bluetooth on your phone, and then it will actually pair with it. So obviously you have to enable it and everything. So enable Bluetooth right there. So you have Bluetooth on your phone, and then you can go to your ride right here, and then it automatically connects. So you just hit connect, even though it's already connected. And so that's what it looks like right there. Now data screen can pretty much vary depending on like what you want here, but I usually always end up changing this. But we have miles, clock, ride, max speed, everything like that. So it's actually really cool. What really I like to do is just keep this very simple. I hate knowing how many miles I've ridden already, so I'll probably just nix how long the ride is. I like everything just basic, so just the clock, or even just doing average speed and miles climbed. So I'm gonna try to go into the app right here and see if I can actually just change that. So you should just be able to go to customize pages right here. Let's see, so we have climbing. It has the Wahoo kicker control, which is pretty cool too. You can also do Strava segments, which is also really cool. But let's see right here. So if we want to do, you turn off climbing, turn on climbing. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Now if you want to just do the map right here, you turn off all of these and it'll just show you the map, which is pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna play around with this for a little bit and I'm gonna get to my ride. So I will show you guys this in a little bit. Alrighty guys, so we are done with our first ride with the new Wahoo Element Bolt. Let me just say that that was absolutely insane on so many different levels. So as you can see, I actually modified my K-Edge mount with my GoPro to actually flip around. I can probably do another flip and have it just kind of sit underneath right here. But that's just, I mean, I don't know. I just did it really quick last night. So, there are just so many things I could say. Well, first of all, the ride went absolutely amazing. As you guys can see right there, it literally just auto pauses. So auto paused right when I stopped and makes this really cool like clicking noise. But yeah, it's kind of makes a cool little noise when you stop and everything. So I linked it up with my Strava account on my phone. So right now I'm gonna actually pair it, or actually I'm gonna stop it and see what, I mean, how quick it'll upload. So if you just hit, looks like it'll just, if you just hit stop right here, makes that cool little noise. So it'll say end ride and you just obviously hit yes. Cool, and it gives you like a nice little reading of what you've done for the ride right there. So I already put the information up for my actual ride via Strava, but so yeah, it'll show you your max speed, total mileage, 28 miles, elevation climbed and everything. I'm assuming this is all customizable too, and it looks like you can go for the week as well. So how much you've done for the week in total. So obviously, since this is the beginning of the week, that's my first ride. So this is the biggest drawbacks to all of these. Oh, cool. I was just about to touch upon the fact that with all of these apps that are made by like these third-party companies, I guess you can say, it usually takes forever to even upload. Like I had so many, like for example, I had so many problems with Garmin Connect when I had my Garmin Edge 520, and it just, people have had huge success with that program. I just could never get it to work, so that's just on me. So uploaded to sharing sites, completed. Now if you just, oh, that's cool. And perfect example right there, I just got a notification, if you guys can see it, before it disappears, from Wells Fargo Online. Got an email, so it'll, oh cool, and 24-hour fitness, and a shit ton of other emails. That might not be the greatest thing, so I might need to turn that off because it does get annoying. But yeah, so looks like it'll upload straight to the Wahoo app right after you're done, just like that, and you can kind of get a measure of, oh, it even shows temperature and everything. So that's kind of cool. Now we'll see, so it already has the Strava upload, which is obviously what we all care about here, right? So we'll see if it uploaded to Strava. Let's see if it uploads, and it looks like it uploaded directly to Strava. So, wow, that's very simple and basic and takes the guesswork out of everything, which is the way I like it. So compatibility wise, this gets a huge thumbs up for me. It's very, very basic, it's simple. I mean, it just syncs right up to your, I mean, as long as you download the app and you scan it in, put in your info, you can actually choose which apps you want to share it with. So for example, if you actually have a different app besides Strava that you use, you can actually pair it with that. I know there are a few other ones out there, but mostly everybody uses Strava. If you guys haven't already, follow me on Strava at just ErikTheElectric. You guys can follow me on there. But yeah, so I mean, it pairs up really, really well as long as you have your Bluetooth on your phone now. Battery usage wise, this is not gonna get a huge rating for me, and a good rating, I guess you can say, just because I did notice I started my ride with my battery at 72% on my iPhone. I have an iPhone 7, and I did notice that this does suck a lot of battery out of your actual phone. Granted, I am listening to music as well, but it's not, I mean, I'm not blasting my music or anything, and I actually don't really even listen to music for that long, actually. So, but yeah, so I mean, the battery life isn't the greatest. Now, I don't know the actual battery life on this. I do know it takes it's very quick to charge, so that's always a plus right there. So battery life on the actual device is great. Now what we all care about right here, obviously, is what I think of the Wahoo Bolt and what you're gonna think of it if you do decide to go with it. Now, do you go with the Garmin or do you go with the Wahoo Element Bolt? Now, the big thing is what you wanna do with the actual device. If you plan to train with power, if you plan to, I guess, really take your training to the next level, it might be worth it to just save up a little bit more, get the Garmin with the bundle, the heart rate bundle, the cadence bundle and everything, and eventually if you wanna train with power, then go with it. But for what this is, it's simple. Guys, this was $260. So at the end of the day, I really cannot complain. I can't believe that Wahoo didn't come out with the Element Bolt a little bit sooner, because I was using the Kicker for the longest time, and this will pair up with it. But yeah, guys, for me right now, since I don't really train with cadence and I don't really train, you know, for that reason, I already know my own cadence intuitively as it is, so I don't really need to know. I don't really need the bundle, I guess you can say. But the biggest winner for me here is the fact that you can add more and more and more, less, simple. That's all you need. I'm all about simplicity right here. So that is something that I could never get with the Garmin. So right here, you guys are seeing my climbing mode, and I've already kind of formulated the way that I'm going to be using this. So when I'm doing more of my climbing rides, where I'm gonna be averaging about 7,000 to 8,000, even 10,000 feet in a ride, I'll use this primarily as the main screen. And then when I go to function over here to maps, which I'm not gonna get a lot of use out of, I can use it. I'm only gonna use this if I'm ever in places where I have no idea where I'm going or where I'm at. And then obviously, I mean, I'm never gonna be using Strava segments. I do not care about Strava segments at all. And then right here is just the main screen. And if you just wanna stay here, if you're just going on an endurance ride, you know, you can know the clock, the time of day, average miles an hour, max speed, all that jazz, and you can keep adding more and more if you want to know more. So that is the big winner for me. I could never get that kind of simplicity out of the Garmin. I know you can have something very, very similar on a Garmin. For the average Joe that is getting a computer that doesn't want to get something that's really not good right off the bat, I don't really know the right terminology for that. This is really the thing you should get. Now, as I said, if you're competing and you do train with power and cadence, go with the Garmin. I have to say, everybody, that I, again, would recommend this to pretty much everybody though. I mean, I'm not going to go back to a Garmin and spend $400 when I can get something that's going to be giving me pretty much everything I need for, I mean, a little over half the price. So the Wahoo Element Bolt gets a huge thumbs up from me, and I highly recommend it, guys. So that is the total review, everybody. If you guys liked it, definitely let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I'm gonna keep using this, and thanks again for watching the video, everybody.